Well, Tim, first off, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor, and obviously to be a part of the London Knights alumni is an honor alone, but to be up in this wall and be inducted with the 5 guys or 4 of the guys that we are with, it's pretty special, and obviously in Don Brankley's name is even more special.
You got to play with Branks as your trainer. What was that like?
Well, I was just saying that to someone else is that I talked to all the guys, past players that I played with, and they all, I had this trainer in junior, and then they said, well, you had Don Brankley. They knew his right name. I could never tell anyone else's trainer, but everyone knows who Don Brankley is. So it was very special. He treated everyone like his own son. And there's a lot of good stories. There's some stories where we also got a lot of scolding too for stuff we did. So he was very much a father figure, and the respect that players have once they come out of this organization for Don is immense.
You got to play with your brother, and now you get inducted into the Don Brankley London Knights Hall of Fame with your brother. Can you talk about what that means for you?
Well, I think it's very special. Anytime you get to play with a family member, especially at a level like this, is extraordinary. And even our younger brother got to play in the OHL. Too bad he was 8 years behind me. But anyways, to be here with Chris and for what he's done as a second-time all-time leading scorer for the London Knights, and it was pretty incredible to watch his growth as a player. I got to play 1 year with him when he came in as a fourth-line guy, a pretty young guy, underage player, by the way, too. So to see where his growth was and to see him mature and to see him play later on after I left was a lot of fun to watch him, too. But to be on the same ice and go through the same, to kind of grow together. As kids, you grow up together, play floor hockey, road hockey, but to actually play at this level and to kind of grow as young adults to men at the same time was special, too.
That year, you had an amazing playoff run. Can you sum up what that was like and kind of what you were going through? Because you led the team. You had 46 points in 3 rounds.
Yeah, you know what? Again, all the rounds went 7 games, too, so everyone kind of forgets it wasn't 4 straight or 5. I still played 21 games, but I think that the biggest thing for me at that time was the passion to win, to try and win. And we had known as a team that the London Knights at that time hadn't gone further than what we did. That was kind of the baseline. So we wanted to be that first team. We wanted to win. And I remember being crushed when we lost in Game 7 to Niagara Falls and not have a chance to play against Peterborough. So, Niagara Falls had a good team. They had Brian Fogarty as the guy that led, basically crushed all Bobby Orr's records. So it was a heck of a series, but at the same time, to this day, look back in your career, things that you wish would have happened. I wish that I would have been part of the Robbie Schremp first Memorial Cup sort of thing, but as it didn't turn out. But again, just to acknowledge the Hunters again here, it's been an extraordinary day so far. I'm absolutely thrilled and honored to be with the other fellows and be up at the wall with the history behind this team.
You got to go on and win 2 Stanley Cups in the National Hockey League. How much does your junior career playing in the OHL prepare you for what's to come in the NHL?
Well, it doesn't prepare you for some of the trials and tribulations you're going to go through at the pro level, because there's when you're playing junior, you're a part of 20 guys, and usually the best players play, and then those best 20 or best players through the Canadian Hockey League, Europe, USA, all come down. They get right in a filter, and you have to come out there and you're trying to be that same player, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but there's so many more ups and downs of pro hockey that you aren't prepared for. But what junior hockey does do is it's your stabilization as what you become as a person, and what the London Knights did for us as young kids and what Branks did for us, they gave us our kind of foundation of where we become as men.
Finally, if you look at what you're doing now, you're trying to find those next NHL superstars as an assistant GM with the Blues. That side of hockey, what's that been like for you?
It's been good. I started out I'm player development, doing some pro side too now, so I'm all over the map. But I'll tell you, it's so much easier playing. It's not as much pressure. Now I'm watching games, and I'm very critique of our players, which I have to really watch because they're all trying to win. They all want to do their best, but at the same time, pro hockey, it's so hard. It's a tough league, and the parity throughout the National Hockey League now is incredible, which is great for fans, keeping players involved and fans involved from day one to the end of the season. The thing now is still that hasn't changed in pro hockey or in where you're looking for players is compete. You want guys to compete, and if they're going to compete, you have a chance to win. So those are the type of players we're looking for now.
Congratulations on being a part of the inaugural class of the Don Brankley London Knights Hall of Fame. All the best.
Thank you very much.